Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. Hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're gonna be speaking about allegedly Keyshawn going missing, the whole purse bid situation with Devin Haney that will be going down in less than 24 hours. We're gonna be speaking about the rumor going around of him possibly turning down $3 million. Then, of course, we're gonna get into some open boxing topics. But before we get into all of that, if y'all could please hit the like button on the way in, that'll be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,600 mark, looking to crack that 3,700 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. Big shout out to everybody that's been leaving love, showing love, I guess you would say, in the comments. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob, of course. Shout out to everybody that's been sending the super chats, the cash apps, you know what I'm saying, the likes, the shares, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel, man. This is where the real and knowledgeable stay. Just to update you guys, man, it looks like, and I know, we've been having a little bit of difficulties with the schedule and all of that, but it looks like I'll be bringing Tito Mercado on the channel this Tuesday coming up. You know what I mean? Definitely looking to lock that in for sure. It's been a little bit too much cancellations on my side and his side as well. So I just want to go ahead and get that out of the way. Tito Mercado, somebody who's always brought entertaining interviews to Mazuma TV, will be on here. We'll be discussing his new promotional deal with Salida Promotions and Win Records. What's next for his career, him being ranked in multiple sanctioning bodies, what he's currently thinking about in the 140-pound division, and all of that good stuff, man. Y'all know Tito Mercado knows how to talk. He likes to pop it. So we definitely going to have a good time on here, man. On top of all of that, man, I got this new segment coming out that I think is going to be absolutely phenomenal for the channel. Definitely a unique perspective. What did I name it? Let me go. Let me. I'm gonna just go ahead and reveal it. I was gonna do a little surprise, but this new segment on my channel that I'm gonna be doing at least like I'm gonna say once a week will be named the Mazuma Film Room. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what we're gonna be talking about in the Mazuma Film Room is basically like what fighters should watch out for in the fight, what went wrong for a fighter in this fight, and we will be filming it in Pivot Boxing Academy. We will be doing demonstrations, all of that good stuff, man. I was thinking about doing one for Lamont Roach and William Cepeda. I got to see if I have enough time for that, but I may very well do that. I might do like a little keys to victory for both guys. Probably do like 3 things for each guy, 3 things for Lamont Roach, 3 things for William Cepeda, and try to be as objective as possible. Just being a boxing coach, is giving my insight on all of that. So be on the lookout for that, man. That's going to be considered the Mazuma Film Room. You know what I'm saying? What did I name it? That I wrote it down. Let me see. Is it that? I wrote so many different ideas, y'all. Last night I was just brainstorming. So yeah, so definitely do like some keys to victory on that. What I'll also do is say what went wrong for a fighter during the fight, how solutions to that problem. Just try to give you the insight of my coaching thing, because for the longest, all I've ever done is just give you the boxing fans perspective. You might see some coaching stuff here and there. Like I did a little vlog of my fighter David getting a knockout in one of his previous fights and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be a little bit more out there, man. I'm gonna create a unique segment that's gonna make the channel stand out, and I really hope that you guys it's not necessarily watching boxing film, because YouTube at the end of the day, they real strict with copyrights and stuff like that. And a lot of the people that do like film studies on YouTube, bro, I might just change the name, to be honest, now that I think about it. You feel me? I might just change that name. Let me see the different names that I came up with, y'all. Y'all let me know. Y'all might just figure that out for me. Might just answer the question for me. Yeah, because film room does sound like I'm gonna be showing you guys film. I might do like something called like the Mazuma breakdown, maybe the coach's corner by Mazuma IQ. I was thinking of little names like that, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the film room, to be honest with you. Now that I really think about it, inside the ropes, I think that's a little Bray. I like that, but it's like so many different people that used it, bro. You know what I mean? I had a little segment on my channel called like Behind the Punches or some shit like that. That's back when I was editing and all of that. But yeah, I might just do that. But that's a segment that I'm looking forward to doing. That's something I'm gonna genuinely enjoy doing. So I might actually get that kick started tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see for sure. Yeah. I appreciate all of you guys. Shout out to everybody in the comments. I ain't even get to talk to the people that's in the comments, man. Z, what up, man? Mazuma Nation with the first comment of the day. Salute, brother. Sean Terrence, what up? Salute. Chris Maldonado, what up? That's the high school brother right there. Marlon. Dang, I ain't see Marlon. I be seeing Marlon, but he be in and out. My boy Slime El Tortador. What's going on? Estamos vivo, puñeta. Absolutely. I know exactly what that means too. My Spanish getting better, dog. Fuck you mean. Mr. Big Play Bray, what up? That's my guy right there. I fuck with Bray. Shay, what's going on? Who else in the building? So, it's a lot of the same people. Salute. Marissa Alvarez, the little sis in the building. What's going on? Shout out to the 20 people that's in here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're about to get into these discussions because, man, it's just rumors as of right now. We will be probably speaking a different language. Jay, what up? We probably will be speaking on a different subject with, in less than 24 hours because the purse bid will be going on tomorrow between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. And I rarely ever pay attention to purse bids, to be honest with you. I just let the business guys do what they do and, figure it out and try to get their rights to the fights or whatever the case is. Lorenzo and the motherfucking Benzo, what up? But this one right here it definitely caught my attention, man, because Devin Haney has been having been stuck between two different situations in terms of possible opponents. You got Keyshawn Davis over here who hasn't even officially fought at 147 yet. Only had one fight at 140, but all of a sudden he's Devin Haney's WBO mandatory. So, the WBO is putting pressure on Devin Haney to try to make this fight happen. You know what I mean? Then you got Shakur Stevenson, who said he's willing to fight you at a catch weight of 144 pounds, which Devin Haney feels like he can make because, Devin Haney has always shown to be a true professional. And he's did it not too long ago against Jose Ramirez. So why can't he do it again? And plus, it's a big fight. You know what I mean? If he was to beat Shakur Stevenson, his stock would grow tremendously. And probably touch top 3 pound for pound, to be honest with you. Probably hit number 2, to be real. But, that's a different conversation. So, Devin Haney has had a couple of options, and a lot of us was putting pressure on him to make the Shakur Stevenson fight happen. But I think Devin Haney felt like he wouldn't be a true champion if he vacated the belt and let somebody else have to fight somebody for basically no belt. You know what I mean? Just for a payday. So I think, I think Devin Haney, in all honesty, made the right choice. True champions defend their titles against all comers, especially if they're mandatories. And, if he comes out victorious against Keyshawn, that'll just make the Shakur Stevenson fight bigger and better. You feel what I'm saying? More money for the Haneys. You feel what I'm saying? So Keyshawn Davis, y'all been watching him popping his shit. Even before the Jermaine Ortiz fight, before the Nair Albright fight. Oh, where Debo? Where Debo? I want to fight Dev. He calling out Dev each and every time. Oh, come pick on me. Oh, you picking on all these dudes? Pick on me. Oh, Debo got hit with a brick. He pulled up to right where Ice Cube and Smokey had their episode at, where they was chilling on the porch and that jump. He pulled up to the actual house out in LA. I was like, where Debo? Where Debo? You know what I mean? I remember he was in the water. He was like, damn, don't nobody want to fight me. He's splashing the water and shit. Keyshawn was even streaming for a little while, getting his brand up and, getting a lot of attention behind him and shit like that. And Keyshawn showcased great personality, but, more important than the personality as a boxing fan, Keyshawn Davis was calling out one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing. Whether you like it or not, Haney's one of the biggest names in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So he was calling that name out. And, I had my little, criticisms of Keyshawn Davis because it seemed like he was just giving mixed signals towards the whole situation, right? And he would say things like, "Oh, I want to fight Dev next," blah blah blah. And then, it's especially like, a little, during the post fight, he was calling out Devin Haney and stuff like that. "I want to fight you," blah blah. And then he does an interview the next day, and he's like, "Yeah, I mean, it got to make sense, blah blah blah." Changed the whole tone. "Oh, I was looking to fight Lewis Crocker, but I've been talking to try to fight Lewis Crocker." So you're giving us the impression when all the cameras are on you that you want to fight Devin next, or you adamant about fighting the man, or whatever the case is. Then you do another interview talking about that you keeping your options open. It got to make sense, and you talking about fighting this other champion. It's like, bro, it's mixed energy, and that type of energy is funny to me, man. That shit that I don't really fuck with. I like motherfuckers who got their goals, set. I like when motherfuckers stand on their words. Like, for instance, when somebody like Jerron Ennis says, "Yo, I'm going after all the belts," and then he goes ahead in his second fight at 54 and he gets 2 of them. Now he's saying that he wants to go after all the guys who got the belts. He said, "Yo, keep them belts warm because I'm coming for y'all belts." You feel what I'm saying? And then, Josh Kelly just won his fight, last weekend. And Jerron Ennis like, "Yo, I'll see you soon." And then if he goes ahead and he locks in this fight with Josh Kelly later on in the year, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of shit that you could respect. David Benavidez, going after all of the top challengers, even the other champions, he's going after them and stuff like that. Like, that shit that we could respect. I don't really like motherfuckers who be half-stepping. You know what I mean? Say one thing and then, they change their mind and try to do something else, bro. That shit's not respectable to me. You feel me? Like, how can I trust your word if you keep going against it, every time, we're relying on you to try to come through to make a big fight happen. So that's one of my criticisms for Keyshawn Davis. I think he's very talented. I think he's very skilled. And when he's clicking, he's a tough opponent for just about anybody. I think Shakur Stevenson notices that. That's why I think Shakur plays Keyshawn really close. I think that's why he played the whole brother shit with him, because he would rather be a friend of him than, be an enemy of his. That's just what I personally think. I think that whole brotherhood shit is based around scariness. Just my opinion. You feel me? Because Shakur done been friends with a lot of motherfuckers previously and done fought them. So, you know what I mean? He claimed to be Teofimo Lopez's friend in the past. He claimed to be Jamel Herring's friend in the past. He claimed to be a lot of people friends. You feel me? So what the fuck made Keyshawn so much different? Because that motherfucker has a good understanding of you. He knows you. Whatever the case is, I don't want to dwell on the whole brotherhood situation. We talked about that 1,000,001 times. So I said all of that to say that this purse bid is going down between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis, and there is some rumors going around. Now, what are these rumors? According to Dan Rayfield, who has been reporting boxing for God knows how long, just came out with some information that he said he got from a source. Now, y'all could take this with a grain of salt because there have been times where Dan Rayfield hasn't been the most accurate. There's been times where he has been accurate as well. So it could very much be a coin toss. Like I said, in less than 24 hours, we could be having a totally different discussion. You feel me? But according to Dan Rayfield, let me go ahead and share the screen for the people to see. Dan Rayfield says the following. He says the purse bid for the Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis WBO 147-pound title bout remains scheduled for Thursday. Because if y'all don't remember, the purse bid was coming up, but both teams had asked for the WBO to give them a little bit more time to negotiate. I think they gave them 72 hours, which is 3 days. And the third day is coming up tomorrow. He continues, per source, the deal is done on Haney's side. So Haney's cool. Like, when negotiating behind the scenes, he agreed that everything, he's ready to go. The issue, according to Dan Rayfield, is the multiple millions apart. So that means more than 1 million. They are separated by Keyshawn and Top Rank between Top Rank's offer to Davis and what he is asking for. Ooh-wee. So it looks like there's some trouble out there over on the Top Rank side, man. That's what it looks like to me. Top Rank is probably trying to give him the minimum that's on his contract or maybe a little bit more. And Keyshawn, being the businessman, is out here trying to get every single dollar that he can off of this situation. Now, could Keyshawn just be playing hardball to get a number that he's looking for? Absolutely. But what makes me not think this is the huge gap that is between what Top Rank is offering and what Keyshawn wants. Dan Rayfield is saying that there is multiple millions apart. Multiple millions apart. So this could be 2 million. This could be 3 million. This could be 4 million. Maybe it's more than that. I don't know. But when I hear multiple, it's more than one. So regardless of how many millions they are apart from each other, man, that's a huge gap. You feel me? So it could be a situation where Keyshawn may very well be overpricing himself. He could be overpricing himself. Lorenzo said Key probably want 8 figures. I mean, that's possible. He probably like, oh man, Devin Haney getting this much money. He got to deal with his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. Never mind. He probably, the zone Devin Haney just signed the zone for the new deal. You know what I'm saying? I want more money. If Devin Haney getting this much, I want this much. So, he pocket watching, or at least, trying to get something close to what Devin Haney's getting, or at least a little bit, around that ballpark. But, this the reality of the situation, Key. You signed a contract with Top Rank, right? So this is why you got it. And I'm sure you got great management. You got Jay Prince and all of that shit. You got to read these contracts, man. Because if these guys are giving you a minimum, I don't know how his contract is set up, but let's say they say, yo, minimum $3 million a fight. All that means is all we have to give you is $3 million. Now, we could, I'm sure that there's room for negotiation. They may be willing to give you more depending on how big the fight is. But if they say, yo, the minimum's $3 million, you may look at that as, ooh, the least that I'll be making is $3 million. No, that also means that's the most that they're obligated to give you. You feel me? A lot of people, they hear that they hear the $3 million and they're like, oh man, I'm getting $3 million a fight. Yeah, but if it's a minimum, that's really all they're obligated to give you, and they could just pocket the rest. It's not like they're trying to fuck you over. That's what you agreed to. You feel me? So anyways, do I know what's going on? No, I don't. May Dan Rayfield's sources be correct? Yes. Like I said, we'll see in less than 24 hours exactly what's going on. But, what's making me feel like this is accurate, I don't know what's going on, but what is making me feel like this is accurate is the things that Keyshawn Davis has done in the past. I'm going to bring up one example. Like I said, when he's doing these interviews, when he's calling out Devin Haney after his fight with Jermaine Ortiz, and he's, on a high because he had a great performance and all of that, and then he's doing an interview with Ariel Helwani talking about, oh, if it if it makes sense, I'll do it, if it makes sense. So it needs to be, so he's acting like he's with the shits. He want to fight the nigga, but in reality, it gotta be a certain dollar amount, or he's just gonna look in different directions. I forgot exactly, because somebody come up with that quote that Keyshawn Davis had said on that Ariel Helwani interview, man. He had said some shit where he was like flip-flopping. But all I know is he was like, oh, it got to make sense. And, I've already been talking to Lewis Crocker, to try to get a fight going with him. So, you're calling out this nigga publicly, but behind the scenes, you're negotiating the fight with other champions? Come on, bro. That's iffy energy. Then on top of that, do y'all guys remember when Keyshawn Davis was openly negotiating with Richardson Hitchens? Now, I was critical of Richardson Hitchens for this situation as well. You feel me? So this ain't just a one-way street where I'm just talking shit about Keyshawn and Keyshawn just a ducking. No, not at all. I remember when Keyshawn Davis and Richardson Hitchens were actively negotiating with each other for a fight. But the reason why it did not happen was because of the money. The monetary terms did not meet expectations on both sides. You know what I mean? Richardson Hitchens wanted a good amount of money. Keyshawn Davis wanted a good amount of money, to finalize the fight. But, it didn't happen. So they ended up, going separate ways and ended up getting different opponents. Keyshawn ended up fighting Jermaine Ortiz, and at the time, Richardson Hitchens was supposed to fight Oscar Duarte. We all know what happened with that. But regardless, at this point, it's starting to become a pattern with Keyshawn Davis because it doesn't sound like it's hard for Keyshawn to make fights with guys like Jermaine Ortiz, Nair Albright, you know what I mean? Dennis Baranchek. It doesn't sound like it's hard to negotiate with Keyshawn when he's fighting those guys. Even, I know the fight didn't happen, but he agreed to sign the fight Edwin De Los Santos, right? So it's easy to negotiate for those fights, or you always seem to make those fights happen. But whenever it's somebody notable, that's on a similar level to you or maybe even more experienced than you, all of a sudden you having trouble getting these fights made because you're asking for an insane amount of money that these higher-ups do not feel like you're worth. So it's like, so it's cool. So the money great when you're fighting guys that you deem to be beatable or not on your level, but when it's actually somebody you might have to actually put us on work to beat, or you may be slightly outmatched in certain departments, all of a sudden you need fucking crazy money in order to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Price Boy said, who offered the $3 million? I mean, I don't know. According to the rumors that's out here, it's not, completely, it's not confirmed. I didn't hear any credible sources say it. I didn't hear a direct source say it, but they saying that Top Rank offered, according to Dan Brayfield, that Top Rank, he didn't even say an amount, to be honest with you. He said that Top Rank and Keyshawn are going back and forth right now because they're multiple millions apart in what they're looking to give and receive. So if it's multiple, that means more than 1 million is separating the two in negotiations. So let's say, for instance, maybe Top Rank did offer him $3 million. Maybe that's his minimum for championship fights. I don't know. But maybe Keyshawn wants $6 million. Maybe he wants $8 million. I don't know what the case is, but obviously it's a big enough gap where they're going to have to hit the purse bids. And this is why Keyshawn Davis isn't as smart of a businessman as he claims to be, right? I don't know what he means by being the businessman. I don't know if it means just taking care of business in the ring or being about his money. I don't know what it is. But when it comes to the economics, that bread just ain't right. And I don't know if Jay Prince is having a hard time getting to him to convince him to take a certain amount of money, or maybe Jay Prince is trying to give Keyshawn as much bread as possible. Because, Jay Prince always been a great manager. He always seemed to put Andre Ward in great positions to make big paydays. Shakur Stevenson just signed a big deal with Zuffa from what I heard. Eddie Hearn said that Shakur is getting a stupid bag. You know what I'm saying? So Jay Prince know how to move his fighters. He know how to get them paid. But the problem is the purse bid is coming up, Keyshawn, right? And it's very rare. It is very rare if a purse bid gets up to 8 figures. You feel me? I actually had seen something on Twitter. Let me go ahead and pull that up. It was some guy that I follow. Let me find him real quick. He actually put up a good little piece of information that I didn't know about. So I guess he had asked, a search engine, like I guess the highest purse bids, like the highest purse bids, recently, right? And one of them, which is fucking crazy, the highest purse bids in the last 6 years. So the highest purse bid in the last 6 years was Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. And that fucking purse bid went for $41 million and some change. The following one, Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. That had a winning bid of $8 million and some change. Then you have Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos Jr. The winning bid for that was $6.15 million. Right? So basically, from the research that had been gathered in the last 6 years, only one purse bid has went over $1 million, and 3 have went over $5 million. So According to the WBO, it's a 70 when a mandatory challenger is going up against a champion, it's an automatic 75-25 split in the champion's favor, right? And obviously Keyshawn didn't want it to go there because his team had requested to extend negotiations. But it just seems like Keyshawn is really adamant about getting a certain amount of money that his people don't feel like he's worth. So this is the thing, right? Most likely, yeah, unless it gets announced now or in the morning or whatever the case is, Keyshawn Davis is going to get a whole lot less than what he's probably getting offered right now. So does it get to a point where it's like, just shut the fuck up and take what they're offering? Or you get prideful, you let your ego get involved, and you let this shit go to a purse bid. The shit sells for probably $5 million, and you get 25% of that. What is 25% of $5 million? Does anybody know? What's that, like a fucking what is what's that, like 125,000? Hold on, man. What is 25% of 5 million? I'm sorry. Let me take that back. My fucking math is trash. That's how you know I ain't been in school in a long time. 1.25 million, which ain't bad. But I'm sure that's a lot less than what you're asking for. That's a lot less than what you're asking for, because you're asking for M's. 1.25 is an M and some change. So even if it goes, let's say, because the rumor is going around is that he wants, they offered him $3 million, he wants more of that. Bro, do you know that the purse bid will have to sell at $12 million in order for you to get $3 million? Do you think that, and it's a good fight, let's not get it fucked up, but is it a big fight commercially? Not really. Not really. Devin Haney is a big name. Keyshawn, your name is building up and stuff like that. People starting to know you and shit like that. But commercially, this is not a big fight where these promoters are like, yo, we have to win this purse bid because there's a lot of money that could be made off of this fight. Not really. Probably be good promo. It has potential to do some good numbers. It'll definitely sell some tickets. That fight will definitely put some asses in the seats. But is it going to do like crazy pay-per-view numbers? I don't really think so. I don't really think so. That's just my opinion. And I got a pretty good gauge for knowing when a fight is big and when a fight isn't. You feel me? Because in terms of popularity, Devin Haney is a lot more popular than Keyshawn Davis is right now. And I think Keyshawn Davis notices that because he said, after I knock out Devin Haney, I'll be the face of boxing. So that just lets me know that Keyshawn Davis is like indirectly admitting that he's on the come up right now. Devin Haney's a big name. So if he goes ahead and he stops Devin Haney, then he becomes that guy. So with him saying that, he recognizes Devin Haney as one of those guys. Because wouldn't it have to be a big fucking name for you to beat them and then you suddenly become the face of boxing? That just lets you know that Keyshawn Davis got Devin Haney on a pedestal, whether he wants to literally, directly admit it or not. He's saying it just based off of that statement right there. You wouldn't say that after beating a nobody, or you felt somebody you deemed to be average. I ain't never heard Keyshawn Davis say, after I stop Jermaine Ortiz, I'm going to be the face of boxing. I ain't hear him say, after I stop Dennis Barichek, I'll be the face of boxing. Why? Because they're not at the top of the fucking totem pole. But Devin Haney happens to be one of those guys at the top. Shakur is too, but Keyshawn don't want they don't want no gas with each other. You feel me? So he looks at Devin Haney as somebody who's up here with it. He even admitted at one point in time he was calling out Devin Haney, but he knew he wasn't ready at the time. So that's another reason why I don't really trust Keyshawn Davis, because you literally came out and admitted that you're a clout chaser. And even when you don't believe in your chances in doing something, you're still going to call it out as if you're about that life. That's bitch shit to me. Jalil Aziz, what up? So if Devin drops the belts tomorrow, is that a duck? That's a great question. That's a great question, because I held Dimitri Bivol accountable when he let go of his WBC title to not fight David Benavidez. You feel me? I hold him accountable for that. But guess what? Dimitri Bivol was going to go on at the time and face Artur Beterbiev in a trilogy. So even though it's technically considered a duck because you gave up your title to not face your mandatory, there's if you go ahead and you take a fight that's just as good or better, you're not really going to receive criticism for that. Another thing, I remember when Frank Martin pulled out of the purse bid with fucking Shakur Stevenson. Was that a duck? Technically, it was. But guess what? Frank Martin went ahead and got that Gervonta Davis fight, a much bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he was going to get paid a lot more than what he would have in the Shakur Stevenson fight. So he didn't really face criticism. It all depends. So, nigga, don't tell me what the answer is. I don't be understanding these niggas. Don't be asking me questions and that the answer, nigga, no, we not in school. You not my fucking teacher. You know what I mean? You asking me for my opinion, so I'm telling you my opinion. Over here, you ain't dictating none of this shit. So let me go ahead and answer the fucking question. So can it be looked at as a duck? Yes. It can be. But am I gonna criticize Dev if he gives up that belt and then he fights Shakur? Not really. I'm not gonna criticize him because guess what? Shakur Stevenson is a bigger fight than Keyshawn Davis. It could be looked at as a more dangerous fight, more risky fight than the Keyshawn Davis. You feel me? So can it be looked that way? Yes. But am I going to look at it that way? Not really, because you actually went on to take a bigger challenge, a bigger fight, a more meaningful fight for the sport of boxing. So some people could call it that. And can you really argue with it? Not really. But am I going to sit here and be like, oh, man, Devin's a duck. Devin don't want no smoke. Bro, he went to fight a more accomplished, decorated, better fighter than Keyshawn. Shakur's better than Keyshawn. To be honest with you, he's the more difficult fight. He's the more seasoned fighter. He's the more accomplished fighter. He has the better wins. It's more decorated. All around the board, Shakur's better than Keyshawn right now. Keyshawn could turn that around if he makes the right moves. But as of right now, Shakur is the better fighter. You feel me? So what do I make of this whole ordeal, man? I can't really give you a definitive answer until this purse bid is wrapped up. If it's a situation where Keyshawn Davis pulls out of this fucking purse bid because he's going to get an amount of money that he doesn't like, the jig is up with a motherfucker like Keyshawn Davis, man. Now imagine this. Imagine this. Because this could be very much possible. Right? And I don't even know why we talking about if Devin drops the belt tomorrow. Why are we talking about Devin dropping the belt? I don't hear Devin talking about dropping the belt. I ain't hear that nigga mention that shit not one time. I actually heard Devin say he gonna face Keyshawn first. He gonna get rid of the little brother, then he gonna go fight the big brother. I seen him say that right on Twitter. You feel me? So that's what he said from the very beginning. Now, it seems like the only motherfucker who's having an issue. Okay, Price. I mean, that's your opinion. You don't know that definitively. You feel me? It's just funny how you see how everybody just trying to throw the blame on Devin Haney. Devin Haney agreed to everything on his side. They asked for an extension to negotiate further so they can have more time to negotiate so they won't have to go to a purse bid. Devin Haney agreed to everything to fight the nigga. Keyshawn has yet to agree per sources. Bill Haney out here talking about this motherfucker Keyshawn disappeared again or whatever the case is, meaning he can't seem to find an answer in these negotiations. Motherfucker, he not agreeing to anything. So it sounds like the motherfucker who really ain't all in with making the fight as of right now is Keyshawn Davis. You see how everybody just trying to find a way to shit on Dev? I don't know who gonna win between Dev and Keyshawn. That's a great fucking fight. What I'm talking about is what's currently going on at this moment. It's just crazy how it all falls on Dev when in reality, Dev signed everything over on his end. It's just I don't be understanding why these motherfuckers who are clearly the B side, unproven, haven't done anything to really show that they're at the top of the fucking game. To keep it real, a lot of motherfuckers is praising Keyshawn based off of the eye test. He has not been in there. He has not been in there when nobody that we ever felt like was gonna beat him. Keep it real. Nigga never been in a 50-50 fight. And whenever he gets put up against guys who happen to be on his level or have some, or at least the same level as him, or maybe above him. I don't know. I don't know if his is better than Keyshawn or not, but they're around the same level. You know what I mean? We hear Keyshawn Davis asking for an amount of money that nobody wants to pay him. Now he's in negotiations with Devin Haney. He's asking for an amount of money that nobody wants to pay him. Have we ever heard that shit about Devin Haney? Nigga said name one mandatory Devin fought. Nigga, nigga was an undisputed champion. How many undisputed titles has Keyshawn Davis got? How many times has Keyshawn Davis unified? How many times has Keyshawn Davis been in a 50-50 fight? Who has he fought that has been anywhere near elite? The fuck is we even talking about? Since we just asking questions, name one mandatory Devin fought. What are we even talking about? I'm not even here to like really talk about that type of shit. What I'm telling you is the information that I'm getting out here, and we got niggas in they feelings because they rooting for Keyshawn or they don't fuck with Dev. What's your point though? If the nigga never fought a mandatory, what's the point? What's the point? What are you trying to say? How many times has Keyshawn Davis defended his title? How many mandatories has he fought? The fuck? How many mandatories has Keyshawn fought when he had his little WBO belt at 35? How many? That nigga like Abdullah Mason got more title defenses than him. Ain't there some shit? That nigga Abdullah picked that belt up and showed him how to be a champion. I wish I was on the payroll. Fuck you talking about? I wish I was on the payroll. Fuck you talking about? Anyways, you say some shit that they disagree with. Oh, you're on the payroll. I fucking wish, nigga. Fuck is we even talking about? All I know is based off of the information that's out here, like I said, a lot of shit could change within less than 24 hours. And maybe I'll just be like, you know what? Keyshawn actually signed at the end of the deal. That's what's up. We got a great fucking fight. This ain't a motherfucking anti-Keyshawn campaign. I'm going based off of the information that's out here right now, and I'm providing my opinion as a result of that. But we got niggas that's in their feelings that can't have an objective conversation in the comments, mad because I'm saying something about a fighter that they like or bigging up a fighter that they dislike. Y'all niggas can have whatever opinion y'all want. Challenge the argument, not the person. Talking about niggas is on payroll. Nigga, fuck is you talking about? Sounds super dumb. What I'm telling y'all is factually, Keyshawn Davis has had a history of pricing himself out of fights. That has happened. When they were trying to negotiate a fight with Richardson Hitchens, what happened? Both of them niggas did it, but Keyshawn He asked for an amount of money that they didn't feel like he was worth. The fight fell through. Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney negotiating. Devin Haney, according to what they're saying, has agreed to everything. He was ready to sign. Keyshawn Davis, not ready to sign. Purse bid coming up tomorrow. So if this shit goes to a motherfucking they said the 3 million came from Top Rank. They saying as of right now, let me go ahead and share the screen. Because y'all niggas acting like y'all niggas mad at me. You need to go talk shit to the motherfuckers who put this shit out there. I'm just reporting what the fuck they telling me. So if anybody want to be critical or want to talk shit to somebody, why don't you go talk shit to this this fat white nigga? Why don't you go talk to that fat? Y'all niggas don't talk back to them white people, but y'all love talking back to niggas who look like y'all. I be noticing that shit. Dan Rayfield, if you got a problem with this, go hit Dan Rayfield up and tell that nigga that he wrong and tell them just shut the fuck up. Anyways, the purse bid for the Devin Haney Keyshawn Davis WBO 147 title bout remains scheduled for Thursday. Per source, the deal is done on Haney's side. The issue is the multiple millions apart between Top Rank's offer to Davis. So based off of that, Top Rank is paying Keyshawn Davis and what he is asking for. Now, when they say multiple millions, that, context clues, nigga, more than one. So this nigga Keyshawn is asking for millions more than what the fuck Top Rank is offering him. Okay, that dude be capping. All right, bro. We gonna see. In less than 24 hours, we gonna see whether the nigga capping or not. Now, I tell you what, right? Because like I said, Dan Rayfield has been spot on sometimes. Other times, not so much. But what I'm going to tell you is, in less than 24 hours, because they said the purse bid going to be around like 10 or 11 a.m., if this nigga Keyshawn pulls out of the purse bid because he does not like the money he's receiving, I want to see you same bitch-ass niggas in the comments later on. I might go live right around that time. Whenever this shit gets announced, I'm going to either be giving Keyshawn his credit or I'm going to be frying the nigga. Either way, make sure y'all hear. Because a lot of y'all niggas like to pop out whenever y'all feel like y'all on to something or y'all know something. But whenever y'all niggas that y'all be rooting for get exposed, y'all niggas be deleting channels. Y'all niggas be hiding from the chat. Y'all be doing all types of shit. Nigga, change y'all channel names. Y'all be doing all types of coward shit like that. Okay. And if Devin Haney drops the belt tomorrow, we're going to see what the next move is. If he goes ahead and I'm going to tell you what, he ain't going to get no criticism from me if he go fight Shakur. I'll tell you that. All right. Y'all saying that. And I'll come on here. If Keyshawn sign this end of the deal and Devin vacate the belt, yeah. I'll come on here and I'll be like, damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. That's a fact. I hold all boxers accountable. Niggas don't peep that shit, though. Niggas only want to hold certain fighters accountable. That's the difference between them and me. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I ain't on nobody payroll. I ain't on none of that shit. I barely get paid off YouTube. I'm very successful in the life that I live in the boxing world. Like, if anybody do their research on me, nigga, I am a gym owner. I manage fighters. I train fighters. I do all of that shit. Matchmake. I do it all. I don't give a fuck to get paid by a boxer or a Haney or a Boots. I'm on everybody payroll. I fucking wish I was on Boots payroll. I wish I was on Haney payroll. Who else y'all say I wish I was on David Benavidez payroll. I fucking wish. Fuck. Nigga, I'm on the Pivot Boxing Academy payroll. Nigga, I'm on the Mazuma TV payroll. Fuck is we even talking about? You found the Haniac channel? You referring to me, brother? Alchemical Chaos said this diva era of boxing is not like the 90s, 2000s. Shit is sad. But the nigga you're defending is one of the main characters in this diva era, nigga. The nigga you defending created the whole brotherhood era of boxing. Is that not toxic to the sport of boxing? How can you say that? The diva era of boxing is not like the 90s and the 2000s. Should have said. True. But you're actively defending a nigga who is contributing to the whole diva era of boxing. So how the fuck you sound? You are actively defending a nigga that say, I will not fight my brother, even though that is not my brother. Vic G said the title is crazy though, fam. First of all, let me explain the title, because y'all niggas just be, y'all read shit, but y'all don't really be understanding where the shit come from. The first part, Keyshawn went missing, nigga, read it. It's a question. And that is something that came out of Bill Haney's mouth if you checked his social media. So I'm quoting Bill Haney there. That's first of all, and that is a question. That is not me definitively saying that he went missing. So I don't know if y'all niggas went to school. Y'all know the difference between, you know, a period and a question mark. I didn't say Keyshawn went missing. I'm asking the question if Keyshawn went missing because that's what Bill Haney said. Moving on. Haney versus Keyshawn purse bid tomorrow. That is factual. Did Keyshawn turn down $3 million? It's a fucking question. It's a question. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all niggas get mad because I'm putting questions in my title. I'm sorry that I'm asking questions when I don't definitively know something. If I don't definitively know something, God forbid that I ask a fucking question. See, y'all was the type niggas in school with, you know what I mean? Even if y'all ain't understand something, y'all ain't raise y'all hand. If I want to know something, nigga, I'm going to raise that motherfucking hand and ask that question because I'm looking to get an understanding of what I'm confused about. As of right now, nobody knows what's going on with this whole purse bid. We'll figure this shit out in the fucking morning, right? And like I said, we could be having a totally different discussion tomorrow morning. Maybe Keyshawn pulls out of the purse bid. Maybe they both agree to the purse and the fight is on. Maybe Devin Haney vacates his title and is like, man, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking them crumbs. I'm vacating the title. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm going to look for a bigger and better fight. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm not talking definitively as if I know. But I'm not going to sit here and ignore Keyshawn Davis's history. That's what I'm not going to do. Backtracking on statements in regard to Devin Haney, pricing himself out in previous fights not too long ago, around the time that he fought Jermaine Ortiz, he priced himself out with Africa. He did. Africa priced himself out too, but that doesn't, just neutralize the, Keyshawn pricing himself out. If that's Kelvin and Keon on burner accounts, if that's really them, tell them niggas to come up on here and speak their piece. Because that's really what it be. Like, these niggas, like, a lot of niggas don't really be jumping out the way to be defending niggas, unless they really know them or, they homosexuals. I don't know. Not everybody get – this is probably really Keon's brother. Well, what I'm telling you is – and they be so passionate. Man, but you don't know Keyshawn. You do? You feel me? So it's like, listen, man, I'm going to always call this shit straight down the middle. I'm going to call it how I see it. And if I'm wrong, I come out here, I say I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm going to tell y'all motherfuckers, I told y'all so. That's how this content creating shit go. Y'all niggas just be in the comments. Y'all niggas have never been in a position to be a fucking content creator and never had to call shit how you see it. You never had to stand on an opinion. You never had to have a hot take. You be comfortable with shit on your phone, on your computer, with your greasy ass hands, phone screen dirty as shit, keyboard, all your buttons sticky, nigga. A lot of y'all niggas be fucking losers and just be comfortable, voicing y'all little opinions on fake accounts at home. Y'all niggas don't ever have to face the people and provide knowledgeable opinions. You feel me? And really break this boxing shit down, bro. Y'all niggas can talk all that big shit if y'all want to. A lot of y'all niggas can't talk boxing like me. So that's how I sleep. I sleep really well knowing that. And usually the niggas that know boxing, even if they disagree with me, they understand where I'm coming from. That's what I be knowing. So I really don't be tripping. '07 King Austin said, but Keyshawn has since responded to what Bill said. So how is he nowhere to be found? Okay, let's look at Keyshawn Davis's account and see if he actually responded. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Maybe you know something I don't know. So Keyshawn Davis has not posted since July 26th, right? Bill Haney just posted that a few hours ago. Let me see. Let me see when Bill Haney posted this, y'all. Four hours ago, Bill Haney posted, Keyshawn went missing again, so Debo went home to the gym. And in the video, you can see Devin Haney sparring Kevin Newman. Now, let's check Keyshawn Davis's Instagram to see if he responded. I don't see any stories. Last time he posted was 6 days ago. Well, 3 days ago. I'm sorry. 3 days ago. That was the last time Keyshawn Davis posted. So I don't see that response that you're talking about, brother. This nigga still talking about the title. Do I have to break down the title one more time? That's how you know these niggas slow. So, Mark, from a manager side, are you showing Keyshawn the numbers? I mean, you have to. You just can't accept numbers without telling your fighter, bro. Y'all believe everything Bill say. Nigga. Like, who said I believed him? Bro, the nigga, this '07 King Austin said, but Keyshawn has since responded to what Bill said. So how is he nowhere to be found? So I went to check Keyshawn's accounts to see if he responded. I don't see where his response is. Bill Haney just put that out 4 hours ago. Keyshawn hasn't posted anything at all. That's all I'm saying. Do y'all niggas like lack? Do y'all like understand? So now it's, yo, y'all believe everything Bill say. Nigga, that I didn't say I believed him. You just made a point and you were wrong. You said Keyshawn has responded. I don't see the fucking response. So unless he deleted it, you're not telling a real. You're not saying real shit. You're lying. What the fuck? Keyshawn responded. Where's the response? What did Keyshawn say? What did he say in the last 4 hours to respond to Bill? So now he's trying to push the. Now he's trying to move the goalpost. Y'all believe anything Bill say? Who said I believed him? I'm telling you what he said. That don't mean I believe him. You know what I'm gonna believe? Whatever happened with the purse bid tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna believe. You feel me? That's the type time I'm on. I'm believing it. I don't fuck with Bill talking about. Fuck with Keyshawn talking about. Fuck with the zone top rank. Fuck Gustavo Oliveri, the nigga who run the WBO. I don't believe nothing they talking about. You know what I'm gonna believe? The end result of the purse bid tomorrow, and then we can have that conversation. Yo, Austin, what the fuck you don't understand about? So look, I'm gonna do this one last time. He says, "What does Keyshawn have?" I think you meant to say why. Why does Keyshawn have to talk directly to Bill about Top Rank is his promoter? Tell Bill to talk to Top Rank. Bro, you said that Keyshawn has responded to Bill. I went and checked, and he didn't respond to Bill. So you lied. You didn't do the research. You assume he responded when he didn't. So then you moved the goalpost and said that Bill Haney, I believe everything that Bill Haney said. I never said I believed him. So now you're saying, now instead of acknowledging that you put out a false statement, you said, what does Keyshawn have to talk to Bill directly about? Nothing. He doesn't have to talk to him about anything. But that's not the point. You said he did respond to him. He actually did it. Now you're saying, what does he have to respond to him for? The fuck? Key to the live. That was prior. That was prior to what Bill Haney just said 4 hours ago. That's not what we're talking about. Answer the question. I don't got to answer shit. I mean, I did, but I really don't have to answer shit. I don't. I answered it, but I don't have to because you told me to. You feel me? Yeah, like they're Blaze. Like it's crazy that these niggas can't comprehend. It's like I would love to know what these niggas IQ scores is on some real shit. He said, Mark, these fans don't understand what it means to simply cover the news as to what it is, as to what is being reported. Facts. I'm not going back and forth with these niggas, bro. Anyways, that's the news that's out here. Y'all niggas is talking shit in the chat as if I'm the one that came out with these reports. Like I said, y'all niggas love talking shit and discrediting motherfuckers who look like you, but y'all never go to the white niggas and tell them that they wrong or being inaccurate for the shit that they reporting. Never. Shit crazy. Shit crazy out here in these streets. But it is what it is, man. I'm gonna always call it like I said. I can give a fuck about what these niggas talking about on here. If you fuck with the talk, you fuck with the talk. If you don't, you ain't gotta be here, brother. It's really that simple. You feel me? Niggas said they responded. I looked it up. Niggas ain't responding to shit. Now you talking about, oh, well, he responded before. I'm not talking about before, nigga. I'm talking about now. I'm the one making a whole video about fake news. I'm addressing rumors, dickhead. What are you talking about? And as a content creator, you got to talk about what's currently relevant in the boxing world, whether it's factual, whether it's a rumor, whether it's a fight date, whatever the fuck it is. You're supposed to speak. That's what content creators do. Like y'all niggas weird, bro. It's like, if there's a rumor out there, I'm going to speak on it. I never said that it was definitive. So if I'm a female for addressing rumors, then use a bitch ass nigga because you acknowledging it. So if bitches, I'm not creating rumors. That's what bitches do. Bitches create rumors. I'm speaking on them. You feel me? But if you consuming the rumors, what that make you? You a bitch right along with me. If that's the case. Like niggas is weirdos, bro. I'm trying to tell you. He said, "Oh, so you a female now?" First of all, you would never say that to my face. That's first of all, because you find out real quick. Then that's the last thing. That's the last thing I ever be. Can't no nigga you know or anything like that make me look like a female. That's first of all. But if you over here talking about that niggas is bitches for speaking on rumors, but you are giving it your energy, then use a bitch too, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And I'm not a Haney channel, nigga. I'm Mazuma TV. Fuck is you talking about? If Devin Haney slipped tomorrow, he getting criticized. I don't be fucking with these niggas like that. You tripping. Fuck, I care about what a nigga named King Austin gotta say. Like the fuck? Talking about, I don't believe you. Who cares, nigga? So why you here? Yeah, niggas super weird. Niggas do it all the time. Like niggas speak on boxing rumors all the time. That's literally what Max Kellerman do. That's what Mike Cottinger be doing. They be having whole shows about that. I just seen Andre Ward speaking on a fucking rumor with Roy Jones. See it all the time. They females. Them niggas help shape the sport. They females. I am talking boxing. I just spoke about Andre Ward. I just spoke about Roy Jones. I just spoke about Max Kellerman. I just spoke about Mike Coppinger. They are all figures in boxing. I am talking boxing. Yeah, the nigga's an idiot, bro. If you want a link, we could definitely talk. We could definitely. I'll drop a link in the chat right now if you really want to talk. Fuck. Vic G, I don't give a fuck about none of them niggas you listen to, bro. I don't know who them niggas is. I don't give a fuck about them niggas. Why you even bringing up other niggas on my channel? On some real shit. And I've been ignoring your comments, bro. But you keep saying, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, what, nigga? The fuck is you talking about? I'm reporting what's out here right now. I'm speaking on it. Y'all niggas love boxing talk until it's against somebody that y'all niggas fuck with. Y'all niggas weird, bro. I never jump on niggas' pages. Like, let's say, like, I don't fuck with Ryan Garcia, right? I don't fuck with Ryan Garcia. But if a nigga got a channel and he actively praising Ryan Garcia, I ain't gonna jump in the niggas' comments and be like, oh, come on, man. How you gonna fuck with Ryan, man? He's a drug chick. I don't give a fuck about what niggas talking about like that. Talk about whatever the fuck you talk about on your channel, cuz. I promise you, I don't be that. And niggas talking about I'm emotional. You're emotional because you don't like my opinion and you're actively speaking on the opinion in an emotional way. Man, come on, man. Y'all upset because I got an opinion that y'all don't agree with. And I'm the emotional one. Because I'm responding to y'all. Y'all niggas be weird, cuz. Yo, Blaze, what up?
Man, salute, man. This shit is crazy, man. But look, this is the fucking fan wars is nuts, bro. This shit been getting disgusting, bro. And
What's
it's not like
crazy?
it's
What's crazy?
go ahead.
It's not even that deep, bro. Like it's really
Yeah.
not that deep because guess what? I want to see Keyshawn and Devin fight. I want to
Yeah, I
see
want
them
to see
fight.
it too.
That's a great fucking fight. That's one of the best fights that could happen, especially
Hey,
at 147. So what the
I
fuck
want to
is
see
it
it
like?
too. And look, I
What?
got my thing is, and in my opinion, is I got Keyshawn winning, but it's like, nigga, I'm not hating on Devin because you feel me? I just think Keyshawn can beat the
Yeah.
nigga. And these niggas be all in their feelings and nigga, it just be weird. And it's just
And you
like,
know
I'm
what's
like with you,
crazy?
Mark.
You pick Keyshawn, right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. If I was this pro
Yeah.
Haney channel, like everybody claimed to be, I'd be mad as shit at you right now, man. But how, nigga?
Yeah, that's what
That's
I'm.
your
It's
opinion.
just fucking weird, and it's like this. It's
Oh,
like with me. I've been tracking all the negotiations. I've been tracking this shit since I seen Keyshawn run up on Bill with that shiesty mask after the weigh-in with Jermaine right before Tiger got jumped 10 feet away, talking about after I stop Jermaine, I'm gonna fight your son this year. And what I've been
mhm.
looking at, seeing this mandatory shit and all this shit being forced, all indications look like Keyshawn's forcing the fight. So for Dan Raphael to report that Keyshawn's in the final hour talking about he don't, the millions don't make sense. And then I don't know as much as you know about these purse bids. Maybe you can help me with this. If it is some type of 3 million, 5 million, and then this nigga plays chicken with it and it goes into a purse bid in which he gets significantly less, that don't even make sense. So I'm when I see the Dan Raphael, I'm like, I got my opinion, but it's like if this shit's true, then this nigga Keyshawn's a duck. Regardless of what the fuck my opinion is and what I think about his boxing skills, it's like niggas have opinions based on limited information, and then because you got a different opinion, nigga you beefing with niggas on the internet, niggas talking crazy to you on the internet, niggas saying stupid shit over the internet. You feel me? Like, but what it is though is like I said, Bill and like these fucking cults with these fanboys with these boxers done got crazy on YouTube because these niggas all jump from channel to channel and talk stupid and talk crazy, especially the motherfuckers in the chat and don't because the cats who got opinions who really be talking boxing talk, who really be interested in the sport and are fans of the sport and not just boxers, come up and get on get on here and show they fucking face and chop it up about some boxing and not be arguing because a motherfucker got a difference of opinion with you. You feel me?
Mhm. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I know just as much as you do in regard to the purse bid. You know, Gustavo said it's a 75-25 split. You know,
Yeah,
that purse bid was scheduled for earlier this week, but you know, both teams have requested to get a little bit more time to negotiate. You feel
yeah,
what I'm saying? So I was thinking that shit is on the up. I gave Keyshawn the benefit of the doubt. All right, that's a good sign. But now you got these reports out here saying that in, like you said, in the final hour, you know what I mean? Top rank and Keyshawn are millions of dollars apart in negotiation.
yeah. So
So as far
exactly.
as I'm
So if that's
concerned,
true,
they
oh
probably
yeah,
trying to offer him, hypothetically speaking, maybe that 3 million is valid. I don't know. But let's say it is. He's probably asking for 6. So that's double what they're trying to give him. So they might be a little bit of a holdup in that situation. But what doesn't make sense is if he allows it to go to the purse bid, and let's say they buy it for 4 million, $4 or $5 million, that's going to be significantly less than the 3 million that they initially offered to him.
exactly. And so it don't make sense. And what it does is be like that'll be a super duck because it's like if this nigga they report from when I did my research is like the reports made is the most he made was like maybe 1.5 if that's even real for Jermaine. So it's like,
Mm,
how the fuck you force someone to fight Devin? You think you make if it's 3 million? Why would you turn down 3 million? Your biggest payday by double. And
mm-hmm.
then you the one that's putting it on the line where it's not about this money for this fight. It's like if you beat this nigga, you catapult yourself into stardom for the next check and long-term deal when you're dealing with these promotional companies. So it don't make sense. That's what throws me off and scratch my head. It's like, damn, this nigga done forced this fight with this mandatory, done forced this nigga to negotiate with him, knowing good and damn well Devin and then Bill came out right when the nigga became mandatory in May, talking about he's really want to fight Shakur, little brother, big brother, doing all that stupid shit. Get them all the way here, stick them all the way here until pause, until fucking purse bid, and then you just gonna walk away because you saying you ain't making enough money. That's what it kind of throws me off. And if he is, it'd be like, hey, this nigga Keyshawn Davis is as crazy as we think he is. If this is what if this is what's going on, and that's where it'd be like
Mm-hmm.
it'd be weird. Where it'd be like a nigga have an opinion, but it's like nigga, if the facts change and nigga pull a duck move, nigga, I'ma call it like it is. Because at the end of the day, with me as a boxing fan, I want to see the fights. This is the next best fight. Can't nobody tell me if this fight's being made, what's better than this fight coming up. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Now, Vic G said, "Where y'all get the 3 million from?" That's simply a rumor. I never said that it was
Yeah, from
definitive. I
Bill.
spoke about it. I spoke about it hypothetically. So I don't know if you not listening or whatever the case is. That 3 million was a rumor that's been going around. I never claimed that to be true or accurate. I'm bringing it up as a hypothetical situation because if Keyshawn is being offered $3 million to fight Devin hypothetically, and he's asking for 6, they're millions of dollars apart in negotiations. Now, it could fuck him over because in that purse bid, if it sells for a low price, he will be getting significantly less than that amount that he's looking to get, whatever it is. But for
And
him
for
to get
me,
3 million, that purse bid is going to have to sell for 12 because he's only going to get 25% of the
yep,
pie.
of the mandatory. And for me, with like I said, this shit's a throw off because I watched Keyshawn's live and while motherfuckers clip farm it and take one comment what he said the whole time he said, I'm gonna be beating this nigga's ass. He said he ain't talking to Bill because he don't gotta talk to Bill for the fight to be made because he ain't the nigga that's financing the fight. So
Yeah.
from all indications about what that nigga saying is that nigga saying he want to fight. Last he done popped out and said something. And even if, when he said in that live, he's like, nigga, I'm not even doing this shit like this. This might be the last time you see me talk for a while. So he says one thing, Bill and him saying another thing. Dan Raphael's reporting this. It's like at the end of the day, like I'm with you. It's like, bro, nigga, any nigga that got any type of rudimentary education with knowing the difference between a fact and an opinion and a source and motherfuckers put names on shit could recognize that, hey man, when you get this information you got to determine what's credible and what's not credible. And if you just literally run and chase anything that a motherfucker say and you just take it and just run with it, then it's like, nigga, you're gonna be lost in the world. And so it's like at the end of the day, bro, we're dealing with limited opinions. And for me, with the boxing is like, cause I'm 40, bro. And so it's like back in the 90s, niggas didn't, there wasn't no YouTube and open negotiations in days of our lives with boxing, nigga. We didn't know niggas was fighting until they put the poster in the date up. You feel me? And then you had to just
Mhm.
accept whatever fight was happening. This shit, we see the sausage every time any nigga say niggas name or comment or these niggas post. This shit blows up into a full blown, negotiation and potential fights. And if the fight don't happen, everybody's ducks. And it's just like at the end of the day, what this shit is, there's millions of dollars on the line for these niggas. A whole bunch of different options for these niggas to fight. And what's looking like what's being forced is that this negotiation is being forced. Now we got to figure out what this shit's gonna look like at the finish line. And I'm interested to be educated like you, Mark, because we don't know much about this purse bid shit. They about to stream this shit live for the WBO on their Facebook page and on YouTube. So we about to get a whole, if this shit go
For
to purse
real?
bid, yeah, I Googled it. And the WBO is saying they on their official page, you Google it. They said on their official page, they live streaming that shit tomorrow. You
Oh
feel me?
yeah.
So
I
we
gotta I
about
gotta
to
be there for that. Hold on.
we about to see some shit that we ain't never seen before about how it's playing out and with all the factors playing out. Because Sports Illustrated last week reported that Devin signed with a distribution deal, a deal with DAZN. So what is DAZN? What does that look like? So if they signed a exclusive deal with DAZN, do they got the financing and backing now to bid on their own fights and build their own cards? We don't know. Okay, Top Rank. Who's gonna bid against Top Rank for this shit? You see what I'm saying? It's like there's a whole bunch of factors coming in. And then for me, and help me with this, because this is what I don't really know, and I ain't really asked too many people. But Mark, the purse bid is for them niggas to fight. At the end of the day, whoever accepts the purse bid, they still gotta pay a fucking and build a full card and get a venue and get a date, right? So when we talk about the purse bid is only about the money that's gonna go to Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis, which is 3-1, 70-25 split. So, like you said, if there's 3 million, in order for Keyshawn to get 3 million in a purse bid, somebody got to bid 12. Because 75%
Hmm.
of 12 million is 9 million for Devin and 3 million for Keyshawn. So then you got a nigga. So whoever takes the bid gotta pay these motherfuckers and build a card around them. So it's very, very interesting, bro, that it's coming like this fight, because this fight ain't the biggest fight, but it ain't like it ain't a invaluable fight, a non-valuable fight. And so that's where it'd be like when Dan Raphael reports that, if that's true, it's like, damn, this nigga Keyshawn really done priced himself out of some shit. He been talking about wanting to fight ever since he ran up on Bill at the weigh-in fighting Jermaine.
Hmm. Very, very interesting, bro.
Very
Uh,
interesting.
I cannot wait. I gotta see exactly where you said it's on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, when I Googled it, because I didn't really dig into the links, but when I Googled it, it said the WBO is gonna be live streaming the purse bid on their official Facebook page and on YouTube.
All right, bet. I'm gonna definitely subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe to their YouTube channel.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn my bell notifications on, and I'm gonna do the same thing on Facebook.
Have you ever seen a purse bid live? I've never seen nothing
No,
like that.
never. That's why, like I've only ever like read articles like after the purse bid was done,
Yeah.
or like a report like, oh, this person won the purse bid, they won it for this much, blah blah blah. Shit
Ye-
like that.
Hey, so Mark, what is this shit gonna look like? You gonna raise a paddle? Like what the fuck?
It's
You feel
basically
me?
like an auction, bro.
Yeah, like an auction. You feel me? Like I don't know what the graphics is gonna look like. These niggas is gonna be looking like they sitting around on the draft. Like I don't know what this shit's about to look like. This shit crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Let me find this shit. WBO boxing organization. All right. Yep. I'm gonna follow them too.
And then
Yeah.
just like in my research, what I do know, Mark, is that the purse bid minimum for a welterweight fight with per WBO rules is 200,000. It starts at 200,000.
It starts at 200, yeah, for sure. So they're gonna be like, oh, the first, yeah, it's literally like an auction. All right. We're gonna start at 200. Can we get somebody for 350? Can we get somebody for 500,000? And it's gonna keep going until everybody just be like, you know what? That's it.
Yeah.
The
And
the
so if it
great, you know
started,
what I want to ask? Shout out to Junior the True. Salute, brother. Um, I want to ask the chat, and you can answer this as well, Blaze. How much do y'all think if this goes to a purse bid? Because they might figure this shit out tonight. Like, I don't
yeah,
know.
might figure it out tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Or maybe early in the morning, whatever the case is. How if it does go to a purse bid, how much do y'all think that this fight gonna sell for?
I mean, bro,
That's
I
what I
don't
want to
know
know.
because when I'm looking at it, because if you look at Devin, because when you're dealing with the 75-25 split, let's look at if he's getting the lion's share, whoever bids on it, they got to pay
Mhm.
him. And so it's like, nigga, what are you paying for fighting Keyshawn Davis? You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna actually
What do
put
you
a
pay
poll
him?
up in the chat.
Because it's like when you look, it's like, all right, you look at Devin's last two cards. He was on the undercard or co-main with David Benavidez. He was the co-main to Ryan when he fought Ramirez, right?
Mhm.
So it's like You know, what is he? What is it? Was it? What is their? What is they looking like as far as them projecting on how much they have to spend, or who thinks this fight is valuable? You feel me? Because that's the thing. Because we don't know. And so, because I be thinking like this, if it was just with me, I was thinking, hey man, listen, man, how much this nigga Keyshawn done made and he's forcing this shit? You've been acting like you want this fight. So nigga, you can't price yourself out the fight, nigga, especially if they gonna pay you the most you ever made. So if this shit go to purse bid and it's 8 million, two for you, six for Dev, then nigga run it. You feel me?
Good
That's
shit.
what I'm looking at. Where it be like, if it's at least that, nigga, there shouldn't be no issues with these niggas fighting. And then, we got to deal with the issue with Devin is because, like I said, I'm not a hater, but the criticism with Devin and Bill is that they didn't went through like 7 different fighters through negotiations since after fight with Brian Norman Jr. And it's
Right.
like they ain't been signed to a major promotional company. What does it look like now if they didn't sign Devin Haney Promotions to an exclusive rights deal with DAZN? Does that give them the financial backing now to put on these fights and have DHP plastered on the fucking in the fucking ring? You see what I'm saying? Them to build a full card. Do they got the financing now to make that happen? And we know what was been confirmed with the zone is T.O. and T.O.'s deal was the takeover promotions. He signed the exclusive rights deal with the zone through his company, Takeover Promotions. And that's what's being negotiated with Rolly. So that's the wrinkle where I was thinking, because I be thinking reasonable. I'm not hating neither one of these fighters. So I'm thinking, hey, they did the 72 hours because if he just signed this rights to DAZN, then DAZN has an interest for this fight to happen, right? And DAZN has an interest with Keyshawn because Top Rank's over there. So it would make sense for them to figure out before a purse bid, if the zone, if Devin signed to the zone, for them to figure out and pay these guys because they got long-term relationships with these fighters. You feel me?
Right.
That's my thoughts on it. But I,
No,
like I said, I'm dealing with limited information. So I just let y'all know when I say something, this is my opinion. I don't know if this shit is true or not. And I'm not gonna shit on either fighter. Now I have my opinion where I think Keyshawn's gonna stop Devin, and I got an analysis why. But it's like, nigga, I'm
Ooh-wee.
not, I'm not hating. I'm not hating Devin. And I'm gonna just tell you real quick why. Here's why I think so, Mazuma, is because one thing what I like about Keyshawn is a complete fighter, and one thing they're gonna be fighting for is range in the beginning. And so it's like if this fight ends up being close, right, with everything on the line, they're gonna be have to force to be engaged with each other. And I think Keyshawn's good enough to compete with Devin. And if my thing is if this fight ends up being close or Devin feels like he's down, that nigga's not gonna fight to survive. That nigga's he'll fall on his shield. And so he's gonna put himself in position to get in the firefight with Keyshawn. And I believe Keyshawn can win a firefight with him. Now, the opposite end when people say is they got valid points is Devin's been at 147. Let's see. Okay, we can talk resume, better resume, all of that. All right, boom, boom, boom. But even if you give him the skill set, if I get a skill set to be on par with Devin, Devin's been acclimated at 147. You feel me? And
Mhm.
disciplined about making the weight, right? We don't know what Keyshawn looks like coming up for his first fight, fighting Devin Haney at 147. So I don't know if his punching power is going to be there. I don't know what his strength and conditioning, what his cardio is going to be like. These is all the unknowns that for me thinking Keyshawn can win is I'm extrapolating and believing that nigga's going to have a gas tank like he had against Jermaine Ortiz and Albright moving up to 147 to fight Devin. You feel me? And that's how I think it can pull it off. But it's a good ass fight, bro. And that's how I'm looking at
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. I cannot wait to see this purse bid. I ain't gonna lie to you. I put the poll up in the chat, man. So I mean, I see people laughing at the 1 to 2 million, John. It's just an option. You don't have to pick that one. It's multiple choice. So the question is the question is how much will Haney versus Keyshawn fight sell for in the purse bid? I got 1 to 2 million. I got 3 to 5 million. I got 6 to 8 million. Then I got 9 to 10 million plus. Y'all go ahead. There's only 10 votes in so far. Go ahead, put
Yeah.
y'all
I got
votes in,
six
man.
to eight
That's
million, like I said. Like I was saying,
six to
six to
eight.
eight million. Yeah.
I
Because
think
my
I think
thing is,
that's
is my assumption with a purse bid is like if you go to a purse bid, it ain't gonna be as much as you would have got if you had really had some negotiation and there was major promotional companies putting on the fight. You know, because the
okay.
purse bid is, it's going to the highest bidder, but you starting low. You feel me? So that's how I'm looking at it. I can't think it's gonna be over 10 million because then you got
Something
to have somebody you coming from 200,000. You feel
right.
me?
Yeah, if you coming from 200,000, for it to get to 6 to 8, that's gonna be a lot of going back and forth. Like
That's a
boom,
lot.
boom, boom, boom,
Exactly. There
boom,
got to be
boom,
some
boom.
type of demand for the fight,
Unless somebody,
right?
because what you could also do is be like, you could just jump straight to it. And like if you a promoter and be like, yo, you could be like, oh, starting off at 200. You could be like, oh, I got 2 million. And then they could be like, all right, we at 2 million. Anybody got 2.5? Anybody got three? You know how they be talking all fast and
Yep.
shit. Some
Yep.
auction shit.
And then it's like it might happen like that because it might be the floor might jump immediately because it's like if anybody bid, it's like if they really want to fight, it got to at least be some money for these niggas to even look at.
I
You
ain't
feel
gonna
me?
lie. Yo, T said 1 to 2 mil. Bro, if it's 1 to 2 mil,
This
bro,
fight ain't
and
happening.
he get 25% of 2 mil, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I would dead ass scrap that fight if I was either one of them. I'm like, bro, I'm not
Yeah.
doing this shit with y'all niggas, bro. I swear to God. Like, because Devin Haney accustomed to getting a certain type of bread. Keyshawn accustomed to getting some type of bread. You feel me?
And I
So
think
it's
I
like,
think anything under 6 million for Dev, I think he walks away, and I can't be mad at it. But just understand the narratives that's gonna get when you walked away from you walked away from your belt, and the criticism is gonna be, nigga, you ain't getting no inflated turkey bag. Some niggas, because then the question is, how much do niggas think Devin's really worth in a fight? 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. Mazuma, what you think? What you think? Because that'll give us the determination of what Keyshawn
well,
should take.
I'm one of those people that I feel like you worth whatever you able to negotiate. You feel what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yep,
So
yep.
I, nowadays it's really hard to tell what fighters are actually worth because the pay per view is dead, bro.
He's dead.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying?
dead.
With the click of a button, bro, you could pull up any type of website and pull that shit up for free. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Gates are, still very much relevant and shit like that. That's not going to go anywhere. But, it's hard to tell, man. But I'll tell you what, if he signed a deal with the zone like they claim he did, and he's getting a good amount of money for that, and Zuffa wanted to sign him to a big deal, he worth something. He
Yeah,
worth
but that's
something.
what I'm saying. And that's the thing. That's why it's like for me, and I'm only accepting from what the reports say. If he just signed the zone last week, then that 3 day extension for the before the purse bid is probably legitimate for the zone in dealing with Devin Haney to come to the negotiating table to make the fight happen. You feel me? That's where it's
Mhm.
looking like we're so if I accept this Dan Raphael what he says, then that's what it looks like. It looks like, okay, if Devin, according to Sports Illustrated last week on the 23rd, if he signed a distribution deal with the zone, then both parties agreed to an extension. Then they got their financing on their side. They sign their side as far as how much they're willing to get, and then they're going to Keyshawn, and Keyshawn's declining the offer. Then yeah, this shit it's on Keyshawn. You see what I'm
For sure.
saying? It's on Keyshawn. And so that's where it'd be like with me. It's like, nigga, I got Keyshawn winning, but nigga, if this nigga priced himself out, though, this nigga's really as crazy as niggas think he is. Cause this nigga did all this talking, this nigga did all this capping, this nigga did all these lies, this nigga called his best brother a bum ass and threatened to fight him in Jay Prince's gym for free. You feel me? On kick. To get
Yeah.
to a fight that nigga, they try to give you more money than you ever made and you walked away from? Come on, man. And so I got niggas in there arguing with the chat, and it's like, no, nigga, if this nigga shit's true, nigga, I'm with you niggas. While you over here talking crazy and in your feelings about a nigga, because a nigga think that Keyshawn could beat the nigga. It's like if this nigga's a duck, this nigga's a duck. And then it just makes this era of boxing look sick, bro. And I be trying to give this era just the benefit of, the forces is bigger than them. Social media, technology, and how media and how boxing and how streaming done killed the pay-per-view model. So I'm trying to give all these niggas, the excuse and reasons for why niggas ain't locking up like they locked up, when we were younger. You feel me? But
Yeah,
watching them, the way they move, the way they talk towards each other, the way they negotiate, it's like, bro, that should be inexcusable.
for
Be
sure.
inexcusable.
Trick said, yo, Mazuma, if Shakur is a real brother, he would bid on the fight and get Keyshawn paid. That's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. Wouldn't it be some shit though, Blaze, if Keyshawn end up saying fuck this purse bid and walks away, and then Dev just end up fighting Shakur anyway? Won't there be some shit?
Yeah, that'll be some shit. That'll be some shit. Hey, the illest shit I done heard though with niggas is two things. Is one, a motherfucker saying that Jake Paul in MVP take the purse bid and then put the motherfuckers as the first fight of the main card, not even the main event. And then somebody else, you feel me, was talking about Tank Davis Promotions bid for the fight. This is the type of silly, goofy ass shit I've been hearing motherfuckers talk about as far as clowning about this shit going to purse bid tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be funny as shit if MVP wins the purse bid though. That would be funny. Let me see.
But yeah, bro, listen, bro, I appreciate your platform. You doing what you doing, you know?
Yes, sir.
And it's crazy. It's good. It's important. People need to be educated on the difference between fact and opinion. And Cats is going to report as much news is coming out for fights that's interested in. And, not caught up in these fan wars. So, I just appreciate you cooking how we cooking. And then, later on, bro, we got to run it back in Undisputed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit.
bro, it was your first fight.
Yeah. That's funny. I was playing that shit earlier today, bro. You know what?
Yeah.
I was playing against Hector Camacho. Yo, that nigga sharp on there, bro.
Yeah. Kicker Marshall is nice from the Southpaw.
Yo,
I
he
fight in the Southpaw.
fast. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I had to make some adjustments in there. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That lead right
absolutely,
hook.
bro.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that lead
bro.
right
We
hook's
gonna we gonna
nasty.
run that shit back for sure. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, brother. You continue to be great.
Yes, sir. You too. Thanks. Shout out to the brother Blaze, pound for pound. That was a great discussion. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the likes, man. Y'all hit the likes. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, y'all going at it in the chat. This chat kind of active tonight. Yo, J Cash said, "Funny Keyshawn went from chasing down Debo in L.A. to leave me alone." Yeah, it's crazy how him and Shakur said that. I'm like, what the hell? I thought that's what I don't. I could have sworn y'all ain't want him to leave you alone. I thought y'all wanted that motherfucking smoke. Crazy. Yeah, leave me alone. What? Y'all niggas is fighters. Make that nigga leave you alone. The fuck? That's where I'm at with it. Like, that's some shit like a little kid tell you that's some shit a little kid say when they getting bullied. Y'all grown ass men. Something tells me this purse bid won't happen. I mean, yo, teach. That I think that'll be in everybody's best interest, man, because the purse bid is like the ultimate last resort, and somebody always ends up unhappy in the purse bids. I mean, somebody gets because I don't really like I don't think fighters really like the idea of these sanctioning bodies determining how much money they get and shit like that. I think they want to be able to. I'm sure that managers, fighters, promoters, they want to be able to determine how much of a split a fighter is gonna get and shit like that. Especially the fighters, like, damn, bro, you about to tell me you about to put my fight up for sale. Then on top of that, you about to dictate how much I get paid. I can't discuss that. That's just y'all rules. Man, Keyshawn gonna get fucked over crazy if it go to the purse bid, bro. Unless this shit just sells like Dillian White and Tyson Fury did. Because Dillian White and Tyson Fury purse bid was 40 M's. 40 fucking M's. You know what I'm saying? So if it get unless it's like that crazy, which I doubt, I very much doubt that it'll go anywhere near 40 million. I don't even think it'll go to half of that. But something just tells me it's gonna fall around like that 5 to 6 million mark. So I hope that they could figure this shit out before that purse bid comes around, bro. Because once that purse bid is on, mm, mm. Motherfuckers gonna be upset. We talking about Keyshawn. I'm sure Dev gonna be upset too. Like, damn, like shit only sold for 6. I'm only getting this. I'm accustomed to getting this. I'm used to getting that turkey out of the sheik bag. This shit right here, a pay cut. And it's a risky fight, whether they want to admit it or not. You know what I mean? So we gonna see, man. We gonna see. Y'all got any last questions before I get up out of here, man? This was an eventful live for sure. Niggas is really coming at y'all boy today, man. Oh, so you reporting rumors like a girl? Nigga, the news do that shit all the time. What the fuck? Everywhere you look, people talking about hypothetical situations and rumors that they have heard through their sources. ESPN do it. Every fucking news, every media outlet you could think of does it. But when I do it and they don't fit your narrative, it's a problem. Okay. Okay, buddy. You say you felt like the live just started. We've been on here an hour and a half, brother. Time flies when you're having a good time. My boy Tricks in the building. Tricks always coming through with the solid questions. He said, thoughts on Benavidez fighting for the WBC against Noel? One more belt David has to collect to become undisputed. I mean, I love it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, as boxing fans, that should be shit that we want to see. You know what I mean? In every weight class, we should all strive as boxing fans to try to have as close to one champion as possible. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm on. You feel me? Like, I know with the Ring Magazine being pushed all heavy now, they trying to make it seem like the Ring Magazine belt is the only belt that matters. That's bullshit. Belts matter. The WBO matters. The WBA, the WBC, the IBF, they all matter. They all had their place in history. And if you have any of those belts, you worked your ass off to get to that position, and you will forever be a champion as a result of accomplishing that. So David Benavidez attempting to get that WBC belt in the cruiserweight division, it's a great fight. I mean, look, man, every time you look over, Dimitri Bivol getting the surgery done. You know what I mean? He just got surgery on his elbow. He had surgery on his back. Prior to that, he's been in back-to-back surgeries. Better Beav is upset because he can't seem to get a shot at Bivol. I don't know what's going on with Bivol, man. You know what I mean? He already gave up one belt to not fight Benavidez, and Benavidez ain't gonna be sitting around waiting for somebody to give him an opportunity. So he's going out there and he's creating the best fights possible. And if the Noel fight is the next best option for him, go ahead and get that, man. You feel me? So yeah, go ahead and get that. You one step closer to undisputed. You know what I mean? Jai Opataya, he don't got the IBF anymore, so we gotta see what's going on with the vacant IBF title. And if David Benavidez wants to go for that and get that undisputed, title to add to his legacy, then by any means, then go for it. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez put it in his mind to become undisputed at 68. He accomplished it. He'll forever be known as an undisputed champion. Terrence Crawford decided to pursue it at 140 pounds, and he did it 3 times. He did it 3 times. You feel me? So that's something that will carry with him for the rest of his legacy, man. We got to start supporting fighters that are doing legacy defining shit. Now motherfuckers who be talking a big game on the internet and freezing up in negotiations and forgetting their pens and shit like that and making excuses for why they don't want to make this big fight happen. They want to let shit marinate. Nah, we you know what I mean? As boxing fans, we don't really got time to waste, bro. We really don't got time to waste. We spend a lot of our time building these guys up, investing into their careers, buying tickets, buying pay-per-views, buying their merch. Bro, it's time that they start paying us back, bro. So it's either you going to step up to the plate or, you know what I mean? I'm cutting off all types of support off of you, man. So I love what David Benavidez is doing. I hope he makes that fight happen so he get another belt under his name. And you know what I'm saying? If an opportunity presents itself at 175 where motherfuckers like Bivol is available to fight him or Better Beav is available to fight him, then I support David Benavidez going back down to 75 and making it do what it do. But until then, keep doing your thing at cruiserweight. You comfortable at the weight. You had a brilliant performance against Gilberto Ramirez. And you know what I mean? I don't know too much about Noel. I haven't really seen him fight, but you got to take him serious too because he's a world champion in his own right, just like you are in the division. So you got to prepare properly. I'm sure David Benavidez does. A nigga be in training camp for like 4 or 5 months at a time. So you already know he locked in. He pushing himself to the limit. So I'm looking forward. I'm supportive of whatever David Benavidez wants to do. And if it's, if he's chasing legacy, I'm with him every step of the way. That's what you should do as a boxing fan. Support fighters who are doing legacy defining shit. You feel me? Let me see. My boy Teach in the building. What's going on? He said, I went to that Zuffa fight, Mark. It's not too late to hop on the Berlanga train. There is space left. Bro had the crowd really going. I'm cool, brother. I know you trying to be funny. You funny as hell for that, actually. But, you know what I mean? Nah, I don't fuck with Berlanga, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and you know this dude, like, he's a fucking cherry picker, bro. Like, he allowed himself to be the cherry with the Canelo fight. And you know, he cashed out with that Hamza fight from what I heard. But look at the people he calling out now, man. Like you was talking all that. Oh, I want to fight Jaime Munguia. I want to fight Jaime Munguia. Jamal Charlo. This nigga out here right now calling out Chris Eubank. The nigga who looked like absolute shit in his last fight, looked old as hell, got dropped all over the ring, got beat up by Conor Benn, who is a welterweight. That's who you want to pick on. Why would you want to fight that nigga based off his last performance? Because you see weakness and you're trying to take advantage of a broken fighter. That's bitch shit. That's the shit you shouldn't support. You know what I mean? But that's just what I think, bro. That's just what I think. My boy Dominique in the building. He said, "What you think about them trying to make a 185 division? I think is great." I'm not really in support of having additional divisions, to be honest with you, but I kind of see why they're doing it because in reality, there's a big ass gap between light heavyweight and cruiserweight, and there may be some guys who, you know, physically are too big for light heavyweight but are too small to be cruiserweights. So I could see why they're doing that because there's literally a 25-pound gap between the two weight classes, and not everybody's big enough to be a cruiserweight, not everybody's small enough to be a light heavyweight. So that could work out, to be honest. You know what I mean? But I mean, we over here proposing that we have less belts and all of that shit, and then here we go adding another division and then adding more belts. It's like I understand it, but I'm a little iffy on that. De La Soul says Andre called him out, but Bumlanga's quiet. Man, Demetrius Andre will beat the shit out of Edgar Berlanga, bro. Both of them niggas know Andre Rozier. You know, Edgar used to train with him. You know, Andre has a good relationship with Andre Rozier. Man, I'm pretty sure something would tell me that just based off of that connection that they probably sparred before or they at least been around each other in the gym. Yeah, Edgar don't want that shit, bro. Edgar's not like that. Edgar be running his mouth and you know making music and chilling with Fat Joe and all of that. But that nigga and he punch hard. One thing about Edgar, I'm gonna say though, he got a hell of a jab. He got good hand speed. And he got good power. You know what I mean? Skill set not the best, IQ not the best, experience. He's building it, but like you know there's a lot he needs to work on, you know, from the IQ perspective. And he doesn't have the best punch resistance. In my opinion, he's a little bit chinny. I rarely use that label, but I do think he's chinny. Um, but Demetrius Andre, too sharp, too fast. And I'm not gonna lie, Andre could fucking crack. Andre would knock Berlanga out. I'm willing to bet whatever on that. He'll hit him with some hot shit, knock Berlanga smooth out. You know what I mean? Edgar looking at Eubank, who lost to a 147. Yeah, exactly. How do we take niggas like that serious? Trick said, Mazuma, did Richardson Hitchens impress you? Also, Hitchens has made the top 10 Ring magazine rankings, and Rolly ain't on the list somehow. You know what I'm saying? It's probably because Rolly was talking shit about them after his fight with Ryan Garcia, saying how they treated him like shit, and it was like a little problem with the hotel room. So maybe Rolly not on the best of terms with the Ring magazine because of Rolly criticizing them previously. I don't know. I think it's absolutely absurd. I think that's disrespectful to not put Rolly on the top 10 rankings. I don't think you can name 10 welterweights in the division right now that's better than Rolly. He's a fucking active world champion. Put some respect on a fucking champion's name. And it's the arrogance of this new this new Ring Magazine, thing where it's like they act like they have some type of superiority over the other belts, bro. That's not the case, bro. When I look at the Ring Magazine, it's like the icing on the cake, like the final, stone, the something that just wraps the whole situation up. Like the four belts. Once you get the four belts, they give you the Ring Magazine, and it's like, all right, that's the cherry on top. You feel me? Like that. That's how I look at it. And, there's a lot of legendary fighters who held the Ring Magazine belts, so they're important in their own right. But, bro, the four major belts does not include the Ring Magazine. Oh, the Ring Magazine belt is the one that matters because you don't pay a sanctioning fee. Don't let them push them bullshit narratives, bro. A lot of the niggas who say that, they say that shit coming off of a Turkey Al Sheik payday. And guess who owns the Ring Magazine? Don't be falling for the propaganda, bro. You know what I'm saying? I look at the Ring Magazine as like a bonus belt. He said Rolly is the GOAT. That's funny. But the answer to this question, because Trix asked the question, I completely forgot about it. Did Richardson Hitches impress you? That type of opponent, Hitch is supposed to look good against every time. Oh, they said I had pressure. I have trouble with pressure fighters, and I showed them tonight that I don't. Bro, Silas ain't the fucking pressure fighter that we look at and be like, oh, he could give Hitchens problems. Not at all. So you try to use that fight to try to get rid of a stigma, but no, we not going for that, brother. You know what I mean? Like regardless of how well you did against Silas, bro, whatever the fuck his name is, that wasn't no Gustavo Lemos that you had trouble with in the past. It wasn't no Oscar Duarte, a nigga you pulled out on because you had a food virus. You know what I mean? Like he ain't none of those guys. He ain't the Subaru Matias that you notoriously ducked when you were a top contender in the IBF. Even admitted to him, why would I fight you if I'm not 100%? Why would I fight you? How many times are you ever 100% in the ring, Hitchens? Stop it. Stop it, man. But, you know what I mean? That's my talk for today, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love as always. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. I'll be back at y'all with another live. I might go live directly after the purse bid, so be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, y'all can go ahead and hit the like button on the way out. That'll be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,600 mark, looking to crack that 3,700 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. Hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful night. Up out of here, man. Peace.